Hello guys, today I'm going to be teaching you how to make FNF in geometry. Now, FNF in pretty much every game is pretty complex at some times. So this video will just be about the basics of making the engine. Now we want to start off by setting the game type to platformer and going to this settings button here, and I am pressing dual in 2-player mode. This will make it so that we have enough inputs to actually make a 4-key game. You can go up to 6 key if you want to, but it can be kind of difficult to do that with other devices, so I don't recommend sticking to 4 key. I guess we can choose art because that's the song, kind of. This is the song, bro. Well, anyways, let's go and find the options trigger. Yep. I player 1, player 2, and I highly recommend you hide attempts as well, because that can clog the screen and it kind of, makes it annoying. Also, make this UFO. Why? Because we're going to do this. Scale these up 2 times, so now you cannot escape this little box here. This will prevent you from dying to possible mod charts in the song. I'm gonna hide these. And now, well, there are 2 different ways you can do this. You can either make multiple columns, or you can just go find the black objects. Not those. These. You place them here, and then you just copy them up, or you can just scale them, warp them, not scale them. It doesn't really like warping. And also set these to no touch, just in case. Let's see. Kids is about as high as we can make it go. Alright, now we're going to add some collision boxes on layer 1. These will be scaled to half size and put down half a step. Then we will set them to dynamic so they can actually collide and stuff. So we set to 1, this to ID2, 3, and ID4. Additionally, we're going to give these some groups. Group 5, Group 6, Group 7, and Group 8. We are also going to make sure to toggle all of these off by default. This. 6, 7, 8. Oh, one important thing that I may have almost forgot to say, is that we want to add just something to put this camera statically on. So like a guide trigger, something. And make sure we center this. We put it on group 9. We add a static trigger. We do this stuff and all that. And yep, static now. Set to this place. Woo-hoo, you did a thing. Real quick, let's just put this on higher layer so we can see it easier. Now, we're going to actually make the inputs like a thing. Woohoo! What we're going to want to do is an event trigger. We go over here and add left push. Then you can see here that if we make extra ID2 equal to 1, then this will only apply to player 1, so we're going to do that. Extra ID1 is not going to be used since, I don't know how to really use that. So, now, because the first collision trigger is ID5, we're going to make it so that we place down the toggle trigger, and we set it to toggle on 5. We want to make the spawn trigger and multi-trigger, that's really important, and give group 10. Now this event trigger will activate at group 10. Now this active Did we run into a problem? Should. Hold on. That's strange. Hold on, guys. Okay, so we're actually gonna want to set the game out to cube. I don't know why this doesn't work when we're not on cube. Which also means we have to add some H blocks here. So you can't die. Oh wait, no, that's actually... Okay, so it could be cube or UFO, but we actually may have set this too high. Yeah, okay, that should work now. Okay, now back in track here. We can see it activates the collision block, but it doesn't keep it but it shouldn't keep it activated actually. So otherwise you could just turn all of them on and then you'll be able to win instantly. And that's like not cool. So we're gonna add a spawn trigger, give it group ID 10, we can activate the next free group, which in this case is 11. This delay determines a lot of things, but pretty much it just determines how long it will stay on. Let's try 0.1 for now. It may sound like a short time, and it kind of is, but, you know, like I said, the spawn trigger and it's set up trigger. I think this activates randomness, so we just don't want to really touch that unless you're not making a cool thing, not making a good thing. Now we're going to make this deactivate group 5, and it's good. So, yay! We now have the first note done. We're going to want to do this for the other ones. Build helper does work here, but it doesn't actually work too well. You still have to change these to the next ones. And you still have to change the event triggers to be the right push in this situation. We're going to copy paste both of these, put both of them on build helper, and then set the toggle triggers to be 7 and 8 respectively. Then we're going to take both of these and set the extra ID to 2. Now, we have the game. Woohoo! But there's a thing. We don't actually have any notes yet, and those are usually pretty important. So, as a placeholder, we'll just use this line. Then we'll add a collision trigger to this line. We'll scale that collision trigger on the x-axis. Not collision trigger, collision box to be 0.5. We give it the next block ID, which is 5. We do not make it a dynamic block because I have done that before, and it makes the game really laggy at higher node amounts. We're going to give it group 18. Let's set this to 4 so we can see it easy. Now we're going to make group 18 constantly move down. I usually use a move time of 1000 and a move Y of negative 100,000. You can divide both of these by 10 if you're planning on making a shorter level, but this is what I usually use. Now, great, we have the game. Except actually, we do not have the game. Because you don't actually gain any score. Nothing happens when you collide, when the node collides. So for this, we're going to add a collision trigger. We're going to make it so that would block A ID collides with block B ID, which in this case will be 5. We will activate group ID 19. What does group ID 19 do? Well, group ID 19 leads to a pickup trigger with spawn trigger and multi-trigger on item ID 1 that counts up by, well, however much you want to make it count up by. This is a placeholder. Judgments will be added later, and they will be much harder to implement. Now, we'll just make it equals pretend, but we can't actually see the score. So, we're going to add this over here, which is item 1. Boom. Nice. Pretty cool. Now we're just gonna do that with all the other ones. Please build helper, change block A ID up by 1. We do this a few more times. And now, if we were to say do this, it would work. Well, that's it for now. Hold notes and all that other jazz will be added next video probably. Goodbye.